Welcome. So we're going to talk about menopause and money. So creating recurring income streams for your retirement or for you to live better now, whichever way you want to look at it. So what to expect? First off, let's get into some of the facts. You're not alone. Menopause affects all women. 51% of the population are women. So that means that 51% of the population are at some point going to go through menopause. So that's quite a significant amount at any one time. 1 in 4 women would consider leaving the workforce due to menopausal symptoms. And 80% of women experience at least one symptom that's going to impact on their work capabilities and work performance. Also, women's pensions are more likely to be adversely affected than men's. That means that if, and that's something else that we might need to address as well, if you find yourself on your own in pension, during pension, before pension, you're going to end up with less money than a man. So why is that of a concern? Because there are more women in their 50s finding themselves on their own now than previously. Now, that can be through lifestyle choices. That can be because it's a lot easier to separate nowadays. So, who am I to talk to you about all of this? My name's Tracy Montgomery. I'm an older single mum to one amazing daughter. I say that myself. And we've been adversely affected by lifestyle circumstance. And the menopause really threw me a curveball. I thought I swerved everything. I thought, whoa, I'm in my mid-50s, got past all of this, all doing good, no symptoms. And then, yeah, that curveball came spinning towards me and literally span me. I had hot flashes, like as in I'd be dripping with sweat. I was in pain, shaking, crying, didn't know anything that was going on around me. I could have conversations with people that I knew, and I still do this sometimes. I know them. I know with some of them that I know them quite well, but can I place them? Do I know their name? So yeah, menopause threw me one heck of a curveball. And because of it, my ability to work was well and truly reduced. Now, that doesn't mean to say that's how it continues, because there are things that we can do about it. So we can work still. We can manage our symptoms. You can talk to me about that, how to manage your symptoms, how to get yourself through the day, how to put in place strategies that can make your days a lot easier. But at the same time, you may not want to work to the abilities or capabilities that you did previously. Now, one of my hangovers from my menopausal journey is fatigue. I get so tired so easily, so quickly. So being able to function as a full-time teacher, no thanks. I couldn't do that anymore. So yes, I still work within the education environment, but there are also other ways to get money coming in. We can have a passive income. Now, passive income is something that keeps on giving you money, bringing money in when you're not always working on it 24/7. You don't have to have that many set hours. Now, there are lots of different types of passive income. Now, there is a few misconceptions with passive income. So you have to do some work with passive income. It's not a case of leave it and it'll just magically happen. You have to have done some work, and that can be in different ways that you have to do that work. You may have to front load it. You may have to dip in every now and then. So let's just have a look at the type of options that are available when it comes to passive income. So passive income is often called side hustles. And these are things that you can do on top, around, in conjunction with your current circumstance. So things like content creation. So that means you can create things like a blog, you can be a social media manager, you can create online courses. So that's content that people can dip into and they can purchase from you. So yes, you have to do something. You have to write the blog. You have to produce the courses. There has to be on a platform. But you're not working on them 9 to 5. So they can create you a income stream. Virtual assistant. Now, those of you that have got office skills, you can do these online. You can do these virtually. Now, some of you may have thought about doing this, and it's quite easy to do. There are agencies out there that you can work through. You can set up on your own. So you get to do various things from diary content, again, social media content, creative assistance. All of these can be done in a virtual marketplace. Let me just take a sip. Consulting fees. Now, consulting, those of you who have a professional background, you can then turn that, and you may even have considered this already, and utilize your current and existing skills, your experience, and offer that on a freelance basis. That means if you're freelancing, it's on your terms, at your time, when you want. And there's various ways of packaging that up. You can offer it at set times. You can offer like day packages, short packages, myriad of them. Oh, I think we went too many. Oh, they've bumped on together. Okay, creative pursuits. So things like, now it says low effort, but crafts, if you're going to make your own crafts, it's a lot of high hours. So it's time restrictive. You could sell other people's crafts, so you can use them on Etsy, that type of thing. So we're talking like those sort of platforms. Your Etsy's being the biggest one. There's things like Stand Store. There are other physical places that you can sell your products or products that you purchase in return for money. Now, bear in mind that if you're selling them on a platform, that platform is going to have certain criteria, certain conditions, and it's going to take a commission off you. Affiliate marketing, sort of similar, but you promote and then send people to a sales page. So you promote something and send people. So you can promote this on things like your blog within your social media. So you're promoting, excuse me, somebody else's product, somebody else's services in return for a commission on what you sell. And then network marketing. This is when you promote products or services from another company. Oh, look at that. Spelling mistake in there. In return for a commission. They normally have a commission compensation plan, they call them, where you have so many and your compensation goes up as you get more people in, and certain incentives like cars, holidays, that sort of thing. So if you don't mind talking to people, if you like to communicate, network marketing can be a way forward. And the passive side of that comes from how many people you have within your own network, within that company. Okay, now I know that some of these, because they're online, have a lot of bad press. Gets bandied about every now and then. But to be honest, any of these could work for any of you, so long as you've got the right, correct skill set and mindset, which is even more important. Now, you will get bandied at you, oh, it's online, it's a scam. Is that a pyramid scheme? Well, if you've worked for anybody and they've got management above you, you're in a pyramid. So, yeah, we need to think a little bit differently as to how we can earn things. These Gen Zs, these teens that are around now are making big dollar from being on the TikToks and those sort of platforms. There's no reason why us Gen Xers and boomers, because let's face it, we've been through more. We can capitalize on that as well. So let's think about reframing what's actually happening during menopause. Let's reframe it as an opportunity. Things are happening to us, so we can have a moment of self-reflection, reevaluate ourselves, where we are, where we're at, where we want to be. We can leverage our experience and our expertise, because all of us, if we've got this far, we have got some skill set that we can bring to a marketplace. We can also look at different new challenges, new career paths that can open up and make us feel so much better about ourselves. That in turn gives us increased confidence and clarity about what we want to do, what we want to be, where we want to be at. So, where do we start with all this? We want to look at future casting. So if we future cast, we're looking at where we're going to. And to be able to future cast, we're going to plan for our retirement, for our financial stability, because that is going to make us feel better about ourselves. That's going to help our brain health. That's going to help us long term. So having financial security reduces our stress, because if you can pay your bills, you're not going to be so worried about them, are you? Improves your overall well-being and positively impacts your cognitive function. In other words, your brain's a lot healthier. So why would we need to do that? Why would we need to future cast? So, as I mentioned earlier, there's increasing evidence, statistical evidence, that says that more and more women over 50 are finding themselves alone and have to deal with a different financial future to the one that you expected back in your 20s, back in your 30s, back even in your 40s. There are around the world different communities that are growing exponentially for over 50s, single, on their own women. And as we've already said, up to 40% of women have struggled to maintain their career path because of menopausal symptoms. It's quite a lot, really. Now, what also can be impacting how your financial portfolio is looking can be your family dynamics. Now, traditionally, women nurture. That's what we do. That's what those hormones that are now packing up their suitcases and doing one. That's what they're there for. You nurture, you support, you make other people thrive and survive. That's your job. So when we hit that menopause transition, it often coincides with our kids that we have nurtured, that we've helped thrive, that we've helped survive. They then started to produce their own offspring. And they will come to you and say, can you look after them whilst I do X, Y, Z? So you may take on more responsibilities that way, but you also may have older relatives that you are then also needing to look after and care for. And that burden, more often than not, falls on female members of society. And therefore that can impact on your finances, your future finances, and what you can pay into your pension pot. It's worth noting. So how can you future-proof this? Well, you need to know where you're at, and you need to know what you're paying in, and you need to know where you are on your financial pension forecast. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Now, to me, a financial advisor just sells insurance and pension plans. But there are other ways to increase that pot. Now, we've already said that you might be tied with the amount of hours you've got available. So taking on another job may logistically be impossible because you're doing other caring roles. Your fatigue is so high you couldn't cope with taking on more hours. But there are alternatives out there, as we've already discussed. Now, they can fit, or you can get them to fit around what you're already doing. And then that should allow you time to be able to travel, buy more of those nice things, work on your terms, when you want, how you want, and earn more per month. Now, obviously, I'm not here as a financial planner. I am not a business coach, but I can help you decide which path would be a good path for you. I can help you with your menopausal symptoms so that that path is a lot easier for you. So if you found this useful, scan the code, get back to me, and we will talk soon. So, hope all of that was useful. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.